What's up, chat? What's going on, chat? Can you hear me? Okay, let's
What's
give it.
up, chat? What's going on, chat? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear myself. Let's give a second here. I see 8 people in the stream right now. Not bad. Not bad for a Friday while people are still at school, most likely. Okay, I see 15 people in now. Chat, how we doing? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Yes or no? I want to hear it. I want to see it in the comments. Yes or no? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Can you see me? Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing the yeses come in. We got 40 people in this stream. Let's go. All right. Big shout out to FN Brave 10. Thank you, King Ramadi, for responding. Yashin Condola. Hey, where's everyone watching from? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Where's everyone watching from? I'm curious. What's up, Alex? How you been, bro? How's the summer been? Corrine Kuna 2549. It's Kai YouTube. Let's go. All right. Okay, we got some people here. Okay, we got people watching from the U.S. We got USA, two USA, U.S. Barbados. Okay, we got someone watching from Barbados, New Jersey, Texas, Botswana, Maryland, Canada. I don't live in Salt Lake anymore. I live in St. George. Okay, we got the UAE. Okay, I love it. Mexico, let's go. What part of Mexico you from, bro? Let's go. Soy Carlitos. Shout out to Soy Carlitos. Mi paisano de Mexico, Virginia. Let's see, England. Okay. Rosarito. Oof, man, I love Rosarito. Rosarito. Tijuana is my spot. It's actually been, I'd say it's been about 4 years since I last went to Rosarito. I went there by accident, by the way. I ended up, that's a story for another day, though. I forgot my green card in Switzerland. I had to fly back to Tijuana and spent my first time ever in Rosarito. It was a blast. But anyway, story for another time. Today, guys, we are here to talk about, to talk with a professional footballer who is, I'm really excited, by the way. I'm really excited to chat with him because he's a family friend. So his brother and I met in college. Oof, I want to say what was like 6 years ago, and I got to meet his family. I got to meet his brother Sergio Cuello, who is now currently playing professional football in Spain, and yeah, like the reason why I'm excited for this stream is because a lot of you guys have, so a lot of you guys have asked this question on Spike 17 a lot, many times. You guys have asked, what does it take to play pro? What does it take to make it to the next level? Um, what do you have to do? Where do you have to play? How do you get noticed? What's the path, right? And I think sometimes we get caught up thinking that there's only one specific way that you have to do it, or that you have to play for X Academy, you have to play for Y Academy, you have to play here, you have to play there, you have to get recruited, you have to, you have to know this person. But the reality is there's lots of different ways to get there. And so for Sergio, I'll let him kind of share, a little more in detail, but to give you a little background on him before we invite him to the stage, he grew up playing football here in Utah. Eventually, he made the decision to leave the U.S. and chase a professional career in Spain. And now that journey has taken him all the way to now being called up to play, professional football in Spain and the Dominican Republic national team. I'll let him, share those details with you. But, I thought I'd invite him here today to kind of just hear his story, let you guys know a little bit about what it took him specifically to get to this level, and have him share what worked, what didn't work, the sacrifices that he had to make, and what it actually took to get to playing from club soccer here in Utah to playing a professional soccer player. So, with that being said, let's bring Sergio up into the stage. Let's freaking go. Sergio, what's up, brother?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing? You looking
I'm,
fly.
Thank you. I had to look good for for this stream. First stream.
Jeez. You got a professional setup too, or is that just natural lighting?
No, it's just natural lighting. It might go down. I might have to turn the lights on in a little because the sun's gonna go down. But no,
What?
it's just natural lighting for now.
Okay. What time is it over there?
It's 8. Just hit 8.
8 o'clock. And tell us what part of Spain are you in right now?
I'm in León, so that's where I play soccer. So I'm with my team right now in León, in my apartment.
Team and Leon. All right, bet. Thank you. Hey, everyone, drop a W in the chat for Sergio, who is making the time to join us today. He is in Leon, España, 8 o'clock. How much time do you have, Sergio? You good?
I'm free. I'm free to talk. I'm free to answer questions. I'm kind of want to get to know your community, get to know you, talk to you a little bit more, and yeah, kind of get my story out.
Okay. I freaking love it, man. So let's start easy here. Let's start it off really easy. For people watching who don't know you yet, tell us a little bit about you. How old are you? What position do you play? And where are you playing right now?
So I'm 19 years old. I play center midfield, but they kind of put me up and down. I'm a little bigger, so not like bigger, fatter, but I'm a little taller and more muscular. So they tend to put me more defensive, but I love playing offensively. I think I play better offensively too. But I just play anywhere in the midfield, anywhere on the field actually. And yeah, right now I'm playing in Cultural Leonesa, which is they were a second division team last year. Now they're a third division team, and I'm playing in their filial. It's like their second team for them. So yeah, it's been a crazy experience going from Salt Lake, right, to Utah, not really knowing what to do or just kind of playing soccer for fun to now transferring it to now kind of a career, something I'm actually making money off and enjoying and yeah, loving and playing at a high level.
That's freaking go, man. I love that. So what? I guess before we get into everything, what kind of player would you say you are? Who was your favorite player growing up, and what team did you grow up supporting?
Oof. Well, I'm not gonna say what teams I supported because I supported a lot of teams, but my favorite players. I don't even know. Like they used to call me Iniesta when I was a kid. Like people used to call me Iniesta, but I loved Pogba. I loved Pirlo. I loved Zidane and like Modric and Cruz. I loved all of those players. So I don't know. I feel like I've taken a lot from everybody. Like I've actually taken time to kind of study like the legends of the game, right? Because like when like this is kind of my career now. It's something I wanted to study and like actually kind of be knowledgeable about. So I took time to kind of watch all these players and kind of see what they're good at and understand their game and apply it to my game too and put it in my game. So those are probably my favorite. My favorite right now, my favorite midfielder right now is, I would say, Bellingham.
Bellingham?
Yeah.
Is it because you look exactly like Bellingham? Or what?
I get that. You don't understand how much I get that. I
Yeah.
get that like almost every day.
The Dominican Bellingham. I love it. That's what I'm talking about, bro. So take me all the way back to take me all the way. We're gonna go all the way back. How did you first get into football?
So I got into football because I saw my older brother was playing on Impact, and I was seeing him play, and I was like, I think I could do better than him.
Uh-huh.
And from there, I saw him play, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I want to try it out. And then they signed me up for a rec team. So they signed me up with Holiday Lions, like rec league. So I was playing like as like a green
Holiday
color
Lions.
kid, and I was like on the green team basically, and we'd play against like all the different colors. And from there, like they started to see I was standing out. I was good. Like I remember my parents used to like pay me to like they used to give me like $5 if I could score like how many goals I could score, $5 per goal, and I would just go out there and just try to score as many goals as I could. And yeah, from there I got to a point where I was like, yeah, like I enjoy playing and I feel like I'm really good at it. So then from there they put me with Impact because that's where all my brothers were playing at.
Yeah. So you're talking about your brother. You're talking about Xavi, right? Not
No, I'm talking about Danny.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, the third youngest. I'm
The third youngest. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. So you were already making bank playing rec league. That's crazy.
I was getting paid young. Yeah.
I love it, dude. So you went to Impact. What level did you end up playing at Impact? And at that point, like, were you one of those kids that everybody knew was like really good, or would you say that you developed later after Impact?
So I was playing a year up for like kind of my whole career at Impact, but I don't know. From like, I talk to some of the players now, right? Like the players I used to play with, and they're like, "No, I always used to think you're so good. I wanted to play like you, this and that." But in the moment, I felt like I was always like You know what I mean? I never felt like I was there yet. I always felt like I was still trying to be better, or I never, you know what I mean? I never felt like I was the best, or so I wouldn't say I felt like I was the best, but I was in with Impact for like 9 years or so. That was the only club I was in Utah, and yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of just developed with them throughout for my whole time in Utah.
And how old were you at that point?
Oof, I started with them. I think I was probably like it's like 5 or 6, and I played until I was like 12, 13 with them.
So 12, 13.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And so when did like going pro when did going pro go from like being a childhood dream to like something you actually thought was possible?
Yeah. So the main reason I would give to the whole idea of me going pro was from a coach I had. His name was Connie Martin. He's like a coach. I think he owns Impact too.
Yeah,
And he
Connie.
was my
Yeah.
coach.
I've heard of Connie a lot in Impact, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so he was my coach, and because my parents are Spanish and we have like I have the passport, he would always tell my parents like if you want like if you really believe in him, or like if he wants to, I would take him to Spain like now to start like to go pro, because if you get the older you get, the harder it becomes. And we kind of heard his advice. He was like, "Wow, that's super cool, thank you," but we never really did anything on it, right? Because I have 3 brothers older than me, all in school, all have their whole life in Utah, so we're not going to pick up and move just for me. Um, but it was always something in the back of my mind. And then the thing that happened after that was when I was like 13, we moved to Florida. My dad got a job in Florida, and we had to end up moving to Florida. And from there, I was like in Florida. I had some friends, and I was playing there, but I wasn't like you know what I mean. I wasn't like really connected with Florida the same way I was with Utah. So that's kind of when we had the whole idea of like, you know what, like might as well just try it. Like I'm getting old, and if not, it's going to be too late. So we kind of made the decision to test it out and see what we can do. We just
So
went in blind.
yeah, okay. So was Impact the highest level you ever played in Utah? Like were there any other? I mean, MLS Next wasn't a thing back in the day. Like MLS Next is more recent, right?
Yeah. So I did ODP. So I did that for I think like a year or two
Here in Utah?
in Utah. I did that in Utah, and then during the end of my like career in Utah, I was with the RSL, like the developmental academy, because at that time they didn't have like teams yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I was like in their system, kind of going with them, training with them, but it wasn't like a team per se. So those were the 2 other things I had in Utah.
How did what role did those things play in your development? And your opportunities. Like, did anything come out of it? Like, or would you say it was more just like supplemental? While you were doing Impact, or
Yeah, I think it was more supplemental. It kind of gave me an understanding of the level of the players that are the best, right? So when I was playing with RSL, I was playing against what they considered were like the best players in Utah at the time, and I was kind of like gauging my skill level compared to theirs. And yeah, when I was playing with them. The thing is, I didn't see, like, I was new, and a lot of them have been playing there for so long. So I kind of came in new, and I was good, but like, I don't think I was a standout, or like, you know what I mean? I don't think I really like felt like I was the best playing with them, but I did feel like I could be better than them. Like they were good, but like, I wasn't really impressed with them per se.
okay,
So,
okay. Well, yeah, that's interesting. So then you moved to Florida. And then from there, I guess I was going to ask you why Spain, but would you say was Connie the main reason why you guys kind of decided to explore Spain, or I guess how did Spain kind of play into the equation of all of this?
yeah, Spain. So when I was a kid, right, all I was watching was La Liga. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's the highest level. And that's kind of my dream, right, was to play. Since a kid, watching them play, watching Ronaldo, Messi, watching all of them play, you kind of develop that dream of playing in La Liga, playing in like Spain. So I
Yeah.
would say it comes from there, but it also came with like, my mom's Spanish, so I have a Spanish passport. I speak or I understand Spanish, speak it. So that also helps with the transition and stuff like that. And then also Connie was saying too, like the similar stuff. So yeah, I would say that's kind of reason we picked Spain.
Okay, gotcha. So I guess because I'm just trying to bridge that connection, right? Of how exactly
Yeah.
is it that you got that connection to be able to just all of a sudden say, well, I'm just going to play in Spain, right? Because I mean, like lots of players, I'm sure would love that, right? Just be able to say,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? I think I just want to go play in Spain instead.
Yeah, exactly.
So what like did you or, I don't, or maybe I missed this part, but were there players or people that you were connected with already in Spain that you kind of like that made it easier for you to kind of just take that leap and move to Spain, or was it okay? We're moving to Spain, and then we're just going to start from scratch there and figure out what.
It was literally that. It was like we had no connections. We didn't know anybody. We didn't even know teams when we moved there. We were like, we're just gonna move there and like pray. We pray, like just have faith and trust the process. I like believed in my ability, and we're just like we're gonna see kind of what happens from there. So then we moved there, and we literally picked my first team because we looked on Safari, like the best teams. We were deciding between Madrid and Galicia, but we ended up choosing Galicia because my mom's from there, and she has her family there, and it's like a support for us because we're moving. So we ended up picking Galicia. So when we were moving there, like right before we were moving, we were looking at like best teams in Galicia, like Safari pages, and just finding like the best teams and calling them, see if we can get tryouts. And that's literally how we started. Like no contacts. Nowadays there's agents and all this like representation and this and that. None of that. We didn't know anybody.
And how old were you at that point, Sergio?
I was 14, I think, just turned 14, I think, yeah, 13 or 14.
Because I'm thinking, so that's the exact age that Oscar is right now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like thinking here, man, like, would a person like Oscar be down to make that such, that leap, that big of a leap, without any connections, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Just say, yeah, I'm going to Spain, and I'm gonna give up everything here, and in search of something. You must have had like some sort of conviction for sure that this is what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was like it was like a full-on thought in my mind, but it was a dream of mine. And like, I don't know, from very young, I was doing stuff. I kind of knew like if you want something, right, you have to kind of sacrifice or you have to prioritize things for it, right? So even in Utah, like I remember I used to like run. I used to go on runs by myself, and like I used to watch like Anthony Joshua videos of like him like to motivate me and do jump roping and go run on my own and do like whatever workouts I could do. Like at recess while all the kids were like kind of just talking, I would literally run around like laps around like the whole field we had, like a grass field. And yeah, from there I kind of noticed like I saw like from doing that work, it would translate to soccer. Like I would go run the fields. I remember specifically so well one time I ran the field, like the outside in recess, and that weekend I went and I scored a hat trick. And from there I was like, okay, like I can see like how it's progressing, how like my work is kind of progressing to me getting better and me showing myself more. Yeah. And kind of like that mindset of like, okay, if I put in the work or kind of do stuff other people aren't doing, like I kind of get a reward or I gotta kind of get to improve. That's kind of what I feel is the reason I was like, you know what, I think I can do this, because I was willing to sacrifice and do stuff other people aren't, and I think that's kind of the difference.
What would you say are the biggest things that you sacrificed? So moving from Utah to Spain, or from the U.S. to Spain.
What did you Spain? So I moved there and I understood Spanish, but I couldn't speak it at all. Like I didn't understand. Like, and on top of that, they speak Gallego, like it's like a dialect. Yeah. So I went there like not able to speak with anybody really, like kind of just there understanding, but not really able to speak back. I left like my family, right? I had all my family, my brothers in America, all my friends, and just kind of the comfortable, like it was the comfortable life. Like I had everything I really needed in America, and it would have progressed well, but it wouldn't have led me to where I thought I could be at or wanted to be at. So that's where I was just like, yeah, I have that in my mind, and I just kind of want to just put everything into it.
So how did that work logistically? Like, because you had your family was here.
Yeah.
Like, who did everyone move with you? Did some people stay? How did that look like logistically?
So my dad stayed and he was working to obviously provide, because if not, that dream would have ended quickly. And my mom ended up coming with me because I was very young. I was 14. So she wanted to come with me and support me and help me in my transition. And obviously I didn't know Spanish that well, so she wanted to be there kind of with me. And the logistics helped because we had, obviously, like I said, my mom's family lives there. So we had the ability to live with my family while we were there. So we didn't have to pay for it, obviously, that much for, like, we would help out with rent and stuff, but it kind of helped us, you know what I mean? Like emotional wise and also financial wise too. So.
Was it an easy decision for everyone, or did you guys have to think about it? Was anyone like not on board at first? Like, hey, what are we doing here? Like how easy of a transition was all this?
No, it was I mean, it took from being in Utah to make it. So it took the decision was there, but it took until we got into a position where like actually, you know what, this makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like we could logistically do this right now. That was kind of where we were just like logically, you know what I mean? If I really want it, they left it up to me too. Like they didn't put pressure on me, anything. It was like, if you want this, we have the opportunity to support you, and kind of help you with what you dream of, which a lot of people don't have that opportunity, right? So I was super fortunate with that, and that's kind of what got me there and what got us there. Just the opportunity of moving. We didn't know a lot of people, or we did know a lot of people, but it was kind of new, right? You're not as attached to the area, and
Yeah.
just yeah, kind of that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I know that would have been tough for me moving from Orlando. You know, I mean, I've
Yeah,
been to Orlando. I've been to your dad's plays a few times for
yeah.
to go to Disney World with my wife, and dude, like I just love Orlando. And
It's nice. Yes, every time I go back, it's amazing. But I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know what I don't know. I think I even think back to it now, and I'm like what really? I don't even know what really made me make that decision. But I guess I was just like, why not? And
yeah. You
like
just
I guess you don't really have to be like so decisive. Like yes, this is what I want completely. Like it's more just like just trust yourself and kind of just bet on yourself. I
go
guess
try it out. Yeah, go
just
try
try it
it out.
out. Exactly,
If it
try it
doesn't
out
work
because I can
out,
always come back.
exactly.
Exactly.
I love
So
that. So then okay, so then you guys went to Spain, and then what happened? You know what happened from there? You know, how was the level? What did you do, and what was, you know, how did the level compare?
yeah. So yeah, I first got there, and that's when COVID hit. So it was like a big like oof. The league, I started to kind of I did tryouts for a team. I did tryouts for one team, and after like 2 days with them, they said it was gonna be like a 2 week tryout. And after like 2 days with them, they're like, yeah, he can stay. Like we want him. And
Was
then
this
from there,
like
like
what level was this like a comp team, like the equivalent
yeah,
of
yeah.
what would you say the equivalent of it was here to like the U.S.
So the team I tried out for was in División de Honor. So that's the best league in for my age group in all of Spain.
Non-pro,
So
right? Non-pro
yeah,
academy. Yeah.
exactly. So we were playing against Deportivo Academy, Celta Academy, like the big academies in the region.
Yeah.
So it was like a big league, like the best league in Spain at the time for the division.
Okay. And
And
what?
yeah, I did try out. So we looked up on the internet the best teams in that area, and we saw one. We called them. They said they didn't have tryouts right now. We called another one, and they're like, "Yeah, come try out." And like I said, I went with them. They said it was gonna be like 2 weeks, and after like 2 or 3 days, they're like, "Yeah, he's good. We want him." And I played with them. And I don't know. I just got like a vibe. Like I liked the energy around like the kids. The players were really good, and I felt like I could like actually help the team out. So I started with them, and then COVID hit, and it was like, oof, we're playing with masks, like can't breathe out of your mask. It was horrible that time, the COVID time, and so the league ended kind of getting cut short. So that was when I was 14, and then the next season was the under 15s, and it was in the best league still. And that was a league that was the year that I did really well. I started off not playing like normal, right? I'm new, kind of getting game minutes here and there. Some games I did really well, some games I did bad, and then I kind of just consistently showed myself to a point where I was starting, um, proving myself, and kind of one of the best players on the team, and enjoying playing and playing against the best teams in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
area.
Yeah. So at the beginning, when you did that, when you yeah, just that those trials. Let's just talk about the trials for now. How hard were the tryouts? How competitive was it? And like how would you? Yeah, yeah. Just in terms of competition, how different was it compared to what you were used to here in the States?
Yeah, it's a whole different style. In the States, I was playing on ESPN. I was playing on Idea Sports. The fields are like premium grass, like huge areas. Like it was like amazing to play on. The level was good, but I don't know. You get to Spain, it's just more technical. It's just more. They just understand. I feel like they understand the game more. They know how to play with each other, and the fields are a little worse. Like it's more artificial fields, so it's like you have to adapt to that, and it like test your actual technical ability way more. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say the difference is.
Interesting. Yeah. So a lot more technical. I mean, that you hear that a lot, and I mean, we heard a lot about it after Spain won the World Cup, just how
Yeah,
their youth system is just a lot more focused on understanding the game before anything else.
Exactly.
Not focusing on the fitness, not focusing on the athleticism, like maybe not
Exactly.
even like yes, technical, but more importantly, just understanding the game, right? And they have their
Yeah.
own system that the youth players kind of like every single youth player in their system is like trying to they're developing them for one specific system, right? Whereas everything
Exactly.
else it's like a lot more scattered, right?
Yeah, I would say for you, like any of the people watching or anybody, I was playing against like Deportivo La Coruña, like their academy, which isn't even like the biggest club, right, in all of Spain, right? There's Madrid, Barca, all the biggest teams. It's just like a very good academy, one of the best academies in the region and teams in the region. And playing against them is like a level like I've never seen. Like I played against Orlando City, I played against like RSL, and the level there is obviously the level in MLS is really good, but when I got to Depot and I played against them, I was like, wow, like I don't even understand why they're so much better than us, but they're just playing so much better.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can kind of just if you take time and you go watch some of the youth teams play, just anybody, just the levels insane.
I love that. Let's take a quick pause here to kind of to give thanks to Cy the Guy 106 who sent us 10 jewels of gold coin. Let's go. Big shout out to you, bro. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Not too familiar with the YouTube live gifts, but thank you for taking the time to do that. Also, big shout out to DRAP7 says that Sergio is going to be at Barcelona one day. And we're not going to get into details on whether you're a Barca or Real Madrid fan, bro, but you already got people here that are saying hi. Uh, Branco
What's up,
León
guys?
says hello, saludos desde aquí de Chile. Un saludo a Branco León. Un saludo a mi tía Celi que está viéndonos. Saludos de México. Vamos. My aunt is here watching this live stream as well. So, yeah, bro, this is fire. Shout out to Daniel DM10 who says I just moved from the U.S. to Madrid a couple months ago and I just fractured my hip bone right now and I had
Oh.
a tryout with Rayo Vallecano on Monday. Man, that is
Well,
very.
I had a similar. I can actually talk about that because I just had a similar situation right now. So I was
Talk about it.
I just went with the Dominican. They just called me up, which was one of the best experiences of my career so
Yeah.
far. It's amazing. And I got called up and I got selected for the tournament to play in the tournament. So I got called up with them. And the week before the tournament started, I got injured. I like
Dang.
partially tore my hamstring. So it was like my hamstring muscle and tendon a little bit. So I've been like 4 or 5 weeks recovering. But what I would say for that is, I mean, there's no bad that doesn't come with any good, right? Like it might be a bad situation, but first of all, you have to be grateful for where you're at, right? Like you're literally in Madrid playing, like doing a dream a lot of people can't even achieve. A lot of people don't even have the papers or the ability to get there. So you're already at the start of like a good career, right? And fracturing your hip bone, yeah, I mean that sucks, right? But at the same time, like to even have the opportunity to try with Rayo Vallecano, like I haven't even had that opportunity. So you're in a good position. Like there's always going to come more opportunities. You have to be grateful and just be prepared for when they come, right? So, and if it didn't come, if something happened, it wasn't meant to be. That's how I see it.
100%. Perspective is everything.
Yeah.
I want to jump into the Dominican Republic national team, but I still have a few more things that I want to dissect about your journey to that point. So back to the part about you making the team. You go into tryouts, you make the team, you play. You start kind of fitting into the system. I want to talk a little bit about the setbacks, if there were any, right? Unless your story is like the most perfect story ever, where it's just everything's just sunshine and rainbows from start to finish, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about like, what if there was like a low point, in your journey while you were trying to break through, right, and earn your first contract. Like, was there ever a point that you even like, I don't know, like you said, like you thought about coming home? Did that ever cross your mind? Like, talk to me about that. Like, what were those tough moments like?
Yeah. I had had some tough moments per se, but I never saw them. I guess it's my maybe I'm just like super optimistic, but I've never had like a moment where I'm like, you know what, like everything's gone horribly. I want to move back. Like I've had positions where it's like bad. Like for example, after I kind of have to explain after what happened after, to go into that. So after playing a year with my team in División de Honor, we did really well. We finished like 5th in like the division, which was like 1 away from playoffs, and they were expecting us to do like horribly. So we did like amazing. And from that year, because we didn't know how the leagues work in Spain, it's completely different to America. So in America, like you're with one team, and like if you win like the division, whenever you lose a division, you go down with that team, but you stay with that team your whole life, right? Like it's like your age group.
Yeah.
But over here, there's like different age groups that you move into, and it's like different groups that you move into. So from my age, moving into the 16 group, they were in a bad league, like one of the worst leagues in Spain. So I was playing against like the regional players, like in my specific like neighborhood. So I was like, oh, we didn't know that. We thought we were gonna stay with like the best league in Spain, like we were last year, but it ends up we are playing in like not the best league, and we wanted to like find a team in a better league, right, to kind of show myself and be able to get exposure, and we couldn't really find a team at that time to go with, and lucky for us, like I had a tournament that summer with a team from America that came to Spain to play against like some teams in Spain, and we played against Atletico Madrid, we played against Rayo Vallecano, and we ended up playing against Cultural Leonesa. And from there, we kind of got like contacts with the dude who was kind of like the director, talked to him, and used him to kind of get into the club because like we have nowhere to go. He saw me and they thought I had an ability, and they were like, you know what? Yeah, we'll kind of bring him and see how good he was. So they brought me in, and this is the first year of Juniors, so this is 16. And my first year, I'm just training. Like I'm just training with the kids my age, and I'm training with the International Academy too. So I'm just going trainings, OD, like trainings every day, 2 times a day, but I'm not like playing anything. And I was like, whoa, like this is, you know what I mean? This is kind of long. But I was just focused on proving myself and kind of showing myself and improving every training. And then by the end of the year, they put me on loan because I wasn't playing at all. Like I didn't play any games. They put me on loan to like just a regional team in Leon, like a small team called Pinilla, like a smaller team that doesn't have an academy. It's just kind of like a local club, right? And I did a couple games with them, and luckily for me, they play against Cultural. So I only played like 5 games that season, and the one game I played against Cultural, I did amazing. And so Cultural saw me. They're like, okay, we were like the whole year I was training with them. They didn't really say anything. They weren't really saying anything, and then I played the game. I did really well, and they're like, okay, we'll see what happens with him, right?
Yeah.
So then the next year, they bring me into the academy because they saw my ability. So like, okay, but they didn't know how good I was, so they put me with the kids a year below. So I was playing a full year with the kids below. But I wasn't like I didn't think about it. I didn't care. Like I was focused on doing my best, trying to score, help the team win the league. And that year, I think I scored like 12 goals. I got like over like 10 assists, and we ended up winning the league. So I ended up balling out that season, even though I was playing with kids below me in a lesser division.
Yeah.
And then after that year, so I played 2 years, kind of like not at my age group, not in the best system possible. And then from there, the third year, they saw my ability and they brought me up with my age group, and I was able to kind of progress with my age group, show my ability, and kind of progress from there to where I'm at now. But yeah, so it's all a process, right? Like I could have at that point, right? I'm just training all day. Like I had a lot of teammates too, a lot of people that came in for tryouts like I'm doing that were just like, no, I'm going back. I'm going back to Florida. Like I'm not doing this. But no, I just kind of stuck through it. I saw my ability, and I was like, you know what? Like let's just see where it goes, right? I just didn't give up. Like I didn't want to just end it early, right? I wanted to see where it leads me. So
I love that, dude. That's amazing how you only got to play 5 games that season, and it only took one game for Cultural Leonesa to kind of just be like, yep, this guy right here is we need to take a look at this guy. I mean, it just goes to show like you gotta take advantage of like if 5 games is all they're gonna give you.
Take advantage of what you get.
Make the best. Make the best. Exactly. You never know, right?
And also, I would say for anybody thinking of moving overseas, right? Like you made the decision. First of all, you have to make the decision, right? Because if you make the decision, then you're willing to do stuff to support it. So if you make the decision, you want to go overseas, or you want to try to make it pro, or you want to see where it leads you overseas in Europe, I would say go as soon as possible. Don't put it off, because the later you go, the less they know about you, the less they've seen you, right? The younger you are, so the harder it is for them to develop you, and the less likely they are to bring you into the academy, right? So I 100% understand why Cultural took so long to bring me in, because I was, 15, 16 at the time. They've already had kids their whole life playing with them, and they don't know me. Like they don't know where I'm from. I come from America. They haven't seen me play. They really don't know how good I am. So it makes complete sense.
Yeah. What? So was that? I guess was that when everything finally started to click? Like with Cultural, is that like when you signed your first pro contract? Like, or were you already? Am I remembering that right? What did that look like? I'm trying to go back to the time where you first signed your first pro contract and kind of
Yeah.
just like what
Yeah. So that was
you realized
after
I'm a pro
my third
footballer now at
year.
that moment.
Yeah, that was an amazing. That was one of the best moments of my life. First, I'm gonna turn the lights on because it got dark.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna
All
turn
right,
this.
we'll give some more shout outs here to more people. Shout out to Isaiah O. Shout out to Alfonso Davilas. He says, Saludos desde Iowa Sporting, Iowa 2011 ECNL boys. Big shout out to the Sporting Iowa boys, to Abed Nego Raimundo, and to Tito from Virginia. Thank you guys for tuning into this live here
Yeah.
with Sergio. We're having a really good conversation. All right, we got that
Somebody
lighting.
said, Sergio, I hope God bless your season. Thank you, bro.
Let's go. Oh, yep.
That just made my day.
Let's go. Let's freaking go. You got more fans here if you didn't have enough already as a pro footballer.
That's sick. So yeah, your question. So that my whole signing came after my third year with them. So after the year they put me with my age group, and I played the whole season, and I was able to show my ability with my age group. After that season, and I was able to get an agent that season too. It kind of all clicked together that season, and by the end of it, they wanted to sign me, which was one of the greatest days of my life. I still remember because I remember talking about it because I'm like so ambitious, right? I have like the idea where I want to be at, and my agent was like, "Okay, you need to relax. Like it's all a process. Like look how far you've come, but you have to remember how long it took, right? It feels like it went so quick, but it took time. So you just have to like relax and trust the process and just try to enjoy every moment. Just kind of be present in it. So,
Who did you call? Did you call someone like what? Like
oof.
yeah.
So
What did you
yeah,
do?
I called my whole family, right? So all my brothers are in America. So when I got called, I mean, my dad. What happened was my dad posted it before Cultural posted it. So my agent had to call and be like, "Take it down, take it down. You're not supposed to post it." But my dad was so excited for it because, like, obviously, like we worked so hard and finally kind of got the contract, right? The start of the journey
Yeah.
of like as a professional. So yeah, it was amazing, and to go in and just sign it. It's something I still think about actually to this day. Like going in, sitting down, like having the logo behind you, signing it, and then holding up like the banner and taking photos and just enjoying the moment, just talking to them and just enjoying it. Yeah.
Was it everything that you imagined? You know, being that kid from Utah. You know, dreaming about being a footballer one day. Like, was it all that you imagined, or you know, what's something that people on YouTube, Instagram don't see about being a pro footballer? So two separate questions. Was it everything you imagined, and then what's
Yeah.
something that people don't see off the cameras?
Was it everything I imagined? Poof, it was everything and more. Because you imagine like the best parts, but there's like such a process into the contract, right? Into making it, agreeing on it, right? And then going in and setting the terms and then obviously signing it. So it was way more than what I ever expected, right? I just obviously imagined like just going in, signing it, and that being it. So yeah, it was like the whole feeling of it and just knowing the club trusts you and knowing you kind of proved yourself, right? And kind of you're moving forwards towards your goal. It just feeling like no other. And then what was the second question? Sorry.
Yeah, what's something that people don't see, off the cameras, on YouTube, Instagram being a professional footballer, right? So we're talking
Oof.
about because kids have this idea in
Yeah.
their heads, right? But they've never been there. They've
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
been a professional footballer. What's
Yeah.
something that you don't see that you think is important to mention
Yeah.
for any footballer that's trying to get there?
So what I would say, right, is the whole process of me leading up to becoming a professional football, I was training so much. Like I was going gym on my own, I was going field on my own. Like I was doing anything to get as many touches to like understand the game as much as possible. But then once you sign your contract and you're as a professional soccer player, like your whole day is soccer. Like when you're done with training, it's like woof, like you need a nap, you need to just relax and you need to focus on recovery because the next day is even more intense. So
Yeah.
the whole thing that I think a lot of people don't realize with professionals is like they see the training or they see the games, but they don't realize like the recovery or the part of it that's like you need to take a break, you need to relax, you need to slow down, and prepare yourself. Because if you're not prepared, it's so hard to perform consistently at a high level.
Yeah. So you're either all in or you're in the way. That's kind of
Exactly, exactly.
that's
Yeah,
kind of what I tell my brother all the time. It's like whatever it is, whether it's in football or for me as a content creator, like you gotta either be all in or in, because if you're not, it's what are you doing, right? Like you're
exactly. Like if you made the decision to do it, you might as well go all in, right? There's no point in doing something halfway.
so what
I
is your
think personally.
yeah. So what does like your normal day look like right now? Walk us through a typical day of Sergio Cuello as a pro footballer in Spain.
Well, right now I'm injured, so I'm not gonna say right now, but typical day in my life, right, would be wake up. I have like a morning routine I try to do before training. And then like obviously eat breakfast, um, take my supplements, and then go training. Training from normally right now we're in preseason, so we're training really early. We're training at like 8 in the morning, but normally it's probably from like 10 to 1 to 1:30 ish every day, or 10 to 2, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, and then from there, it's like you did gym, you go to training, you do video session, you do gym, and then you go to the field and train. And the training is like preparing you for the game, right? So they kind of study the tactics of the team, and then they do like specific trainings per day. So one day will be like defending against the team, and then some extra drills. One day will be attacking against the team, and so some specific drills, and kind of going over how we want to play against the team. Um, and then after training, you get home at 2, and you are just like, I just want to lay down. So I'd probably take a nap. Some days I'll just lay down, take a nap, and some days I'll probably just like, I don't even know, just meditate, just like lay down and just let my mind go wherever. And then in the evening, it's some either have like some kind of mobility routine I want to do, or I want to like maybe watch a game or whatever. But it's kind of just like relaxed. Just obviously like the next morning I have to perform, so just enjoy my evening, but try to get in bed as soon as possible so I can sleep. Because if not, the next day is going to be horrific. So
Does it ever get like too boring? Well, the reason why I'm asking this is because I used to watch a lot of Matt Sheldon videos. I don't know if you're familiar with him on YouTube, but
I've heard of him. I don't remember
he's
him.
so he's a retired footballer who played
Oh
professional in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
NFL championship, and he'd like vlog his games and kind of just
yeah,
do a day in the life of a soccer player. And the thing that he mentioned a lot was that there was a lot of downtime and a lot of boring time. I mean, fortunate for him, he had his YouTube channel that he kind of just got to be able work on YouTube videos and
yeah.
stuff. But for any other footballer who didn't have that, like there was a lot of down boring time. Like, do you experience that a lot or at all too over there?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like because soccer, you can't. It's not like a normal job, right? You can't do it 9 hours a day. It's like 3-4 hours, and that's like your limit. So the rest of your day, it is free, right? But you can't like physically exert yourself to such a high level, or you know what I mean. Do something that's gonna deplete yourself. So yeah, I would say for sure, it's like it is a lot of boring time, but it kind of just depends what you fill it up with, right? A lot of people fill it up with like going out or doing stuff that doesn't better them, right? Or doesn't allow them to perform the next day. Or you can do stuff that, like, you know what I mean, recovers you, or it's just something you enjoy, right? Something to get your mind off of it, or something to help better you, right? So I have a lot of I have a lot of things I kind of want to do and kind of take up that time with, but I try to make them productive and
Yeah.
better me. I'm kind of boring that way, but I do like, you can't be all boring, right? I do go out with my friends some days. Or we just go out to grab something to drink and talk for a little, or you know what I mean? I'll take a weekend or I'll go play paddle with my friends one of these days, but you kind of have to know how to balance it. And it comes with the time, it comes with experience.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between youth soccer and professional soccer? Like if you had to kind of just narrow it down.
Probably
To,
like the 6'6" dude, that the defender that you have to play against. That when you're like with a youth kid, it's like a little kid that's like skinny. But yeah, I would say like just the body type. Like you're playing from professional, especially here in Spain. The second you play against adults, right? So when I was 19, I was playing against 38-year-old midfielders that already played in second or first division and are kind of just playing in my division just to have fun, or they're getting paid a lot to kind of help the team progress. So I'm playing against like former pros who have so much experience, who are like 35, like big, huge, tall. It's a whole different experience. So and you can kind of see that because a lot of people are super good as playing against youth kids, but the second they go pro, it's so hard for them to adapt. And there's some kids that like don't do the best against youth, right? Because it's so like small, or you know what I mean, they're quick, but you go against pros and they just know how to they just adapt. I don't know. It's a different style of play.
Yeah, I love that. Before we transition into this final segment here, man, it's all. I can't believe it's only been 45 minutes. We can go. I can go all day, bro. This is fun. This is fun to just kind of dissect, the whole journey. But I want to just give some shout outs to Franklin Otero, who says hola desde casa de abuela, casa de Tomo, and they're with a winky face. I think that one's more for you. You
That's
might,
for me. That's my cousin. That's my family watching from Galicia.
any
So
shout
hi,
outs you want to give to anyone watching right now?
hola a todos. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for watching. This is sick. I'm happy to talk to you guys to kind of explain my story. I think this is so fire. And thank you for having me, Eric. This is sick.
Of course, dude. This is a blast. All right, so before we transition into this last section here, I'm gonna invite the chat. Anyone that's watching this chat here. Okay, Lorena Piñeiro Torres. Hola, somos Alex, Emma y Adri. Un saludo para ellos también.
My family's huge, man. That's also my family.
That's freaking sick.
Hola,
I love
hola a
it.
todos.
If anyone here in the chat, we don't have too many people here because they're probably at school. It's the weekend, whatever. But if there's anyone that wants to ask Sergio any questions, feel free to put them in the stream here, in the chat. And if it makes sense, we'll add them here to the final. After this final segment here about the national team. I feel like we're gonna have to. We might have to get another few live streams going to kind of. To just keep this going.
For sure. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. I'm down whenever you want to. And if they want it, I'm down. If they have questions, let's do it.
Let's freaking go. So let's talk about the national team, bro. Dominican Republic. You had the big payoff. You finally worked you worked your way from the U.S. to Spain, made the team there. How did the Dominican Republic first get in contact with you?
So, it was like they kind of wanted to see me. They've had me under their radar, and they wanted to come and see me train. So they kind of talked to me. We're like, "Hey, Sergio." So I just got followed by like Scouting Dominican, and I got followed. I was like, "Oh, that's huge."
You got followed where? Where did you get followed?
On Instagram, just on Instagram by Scouting Dominican Republic, and I was like, I saw that, and the second I saw that, I sent it to everybody. I sent it to my family, my friends. I sent it to. I was so excited. I was like, okay, they're looking at me. This is sick. And then they were kind of watching me this season, and I did a really good season. And they were just asking me questions. You know what I mean? Like they got in contact with me, one of them, and he would just ask me questions here and there, like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? And I was just like answering the best I could, but I didn't know what was really going to come of it. And then he said, hey, like, we're going to come to Spain to see a couple players, and we'd like to stop and see you and see your club. And then they got in contact with my club, and they came and saw me one training. And yeah, probably the most nervous I've ever been training, but probably the best I ever did in training. Like, I was like, the adrenaline was pumping, but I was just like focused. I was like ultra locked, focused. And yeah, they came, saw me. The club took them around the facility, showed them everything, and then they came and saw me train. It was like a training for a game, so it wasn't like preparing. It was like preparing for a game, so it wasn't like they couldn't see obviously that much, but they could kind of like get a gauge of how I play, how I look on the ball, everything. And then after training, they kind of came and talked to me, asked me some questions, got to know me, saw how I felt about the Dominican, and they said, yeah, we'll be in contact. They said there's a tournament coming up, and we kind of want to see, we're kind of looking at options to bring for the tournament. And yeah, we'll be in contact. And then after that, they talked to my agent and kind of the club, and they're like, we're going to do like a little pre-selection, right? So the players that we don't know, haven't seen yet, before we make the final list of who we want to bring to the tournament, we're going to bring you all to Dominican and have you guys play against each other and have you guys train and see who adapts to the system the best and who we feel can help the team out the best. And so, yeah, they brought me me down to Dominican, and I did that for a week, and boof, it was a little tough, like adapting to the time changes. It's a 6-hour time change, right? So adapting to that, adapting to the fields are like different. The grass is like different. It's humid, um, and yeah, just all of that. Like it took me some time to adapt, and I only had a week, but I felt like I was able to show myself and kind of show them that I can do what they want me to do. And yeah, from there I had a vacation, I had time off, but I was still kind of working, knowing that they could call me and just preparing just in case I got called. And then yeah, they ended up calling me back, and then I was able to play with them. One of the best experiences. I mean, like the facilities, everything. Like you don't have to leave the facility. They have the fields, they have the where you sleep, the residency. They have the kitchen, they have recovery. They have everything there. So it's like everything you need. You don't have to leave. And I don't know. I just love the Dominican. Just the vibe of being in the Dominican is amazing. I love it. I love it down there. So yeah, I went down there for the tournament. I started out with them and I was playing really well. I played a couple games, a couple friendlies, and then yeah, I got injured, and oof, right before the tournament. But luckily for them, and I guess yeah, for us, for the Dominican, I got injured right before the cutoff of like selecting players, so they were able to call somebody in my position. So because if not, it's like 5 games every other day, back to back. Like they're gonna be dead. Like they need as many players as they can have. So
What was it like?
yeah.
What was the feeling wearing the putting on the Dominican Republic national team jersey for the first time?
It was literally like a dream. It was like something like I literally thought about. I've had in my mind for so long, like something I've always wanted to do. Like it's a huge goal, right? If any soccer players to play for a national team. Like I feel like it's just to put it on and like just play. I don't know. I just something you just feel different. You just feel like it's a different energy. You play differently. You just it just like boosts your whole confidence by like a million. So it was amazing.
Had you been to the DR before that, or was that your first time?
No, I've been a couple of times. I went when I was younger, but not as like an adult. I haven't been. So it was amazing to go back and for the pre-selection they gave us a day off too, so we could go. We went to downtown, went to the mall, got to see around, and got to kind of just see like the lifestyle in Dominican.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
I'm going back for sure. I'm going back for
It's on my bucket list, man. I'm trying to go to Santo Domingo and Punta Cana.
Oof. There's a lot of places. There's some discreet places too that they told me about that I can tell you too. Some underground Dominican places if you want.
We'll have to keep chatting more about that
We
one.
have to talk about that.
Do you feel like you've been enough inside the national team to kind of be able to just share something that you've learned from Dominican football that you didn't know before? You know, just being inside the national team environment.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people from the outside, from America, or from Spain, they don't really know the level in Dominican, right? But going there and like playing with those players, I was like super impressed. I was like, wow, like, these are actually elite athletes. But I mean, it makes sense, right? There's a couple of them that play in Spain. One of them plays in Spain. One plays on Inter Miami. Plays with Messi. Like, there's players like from the Dominican that play in crazy teams already. So, I mean, one thing that surprised me was just the level there and the professionalism. I mean, they have, like I said, they have everything at the facilities. Like it's like a full like compound. Like it's insane. So,
No.
and the food there, the Dominican food is for that. I would go back just for that. The food there is one of a kind. That's my
Dominican
favorite.
food or Spain food?
Don't. Oh, I don't know. In my opinion, right now, I have to go into the Dominican food. I don't know.
Oh, that's
It's
probably just because you've had enough of Spain. I mean, you live in Spain, so it's not
exactly. I eat Spain food all the time, but when I go Dominican, just the rice, like just plain white rice,
Yeah,
it's like sweet. Like it makes no sense. Like it's like the best food. Like
yeah.
It's
No, I
insane
feel
too.
you, dude. No, I have a few. I mean, your brother being one of them, I was gonna say, but I have a couple Dominican friends here. Every time their mom makes food, bro, oof.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have-
You eat
I gotta
it
go.
all. You eat everything.
Well, sweet man, this is awesome. This has been a good conversation. I wanted to give a chance to for the audience to kind of ask a few questions to, yeah, just for you to kind of interact with them a bit, even if it
Yeah.
is just a few here. But Franklin Otero here, this was kind of one of the questions that I wanted to ask too. Was what is it hard to play pro? But I kind of want to dig deeper and maybe ask like, what's what I guess yeah. Is it hard to play pro? What's one thing that you wish you would have done differently when you were younger? If you had the chance.
Was one thing I would have done different. So yeah, playing pro. I mean, in my opinion, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't. In my opinion, if I were to be honest, if you really put in the time and actually work towards it, playing pro, and it's hard. Obviously, it's like hard. Just the process of waking up and being 5 hours at the facility is hard. But I would say more than being hard, I think it's worth it. Like to have your job as a soccer player, to get paid to go gym and to play soccer and kick a ball around is one of the best things you can do. So I'd say if that's something you really want to do, like might as well fight for it, right? You're not gonna regret it, in my opinion. And one thing that I would change as a kid, I would say I would have said to probably go earlier, to go to make the decision earlier, to not put it off for so long. Because like I said, the longer you put it off, the harder it is for you to get into the system. So like for example, I was playing in Coruña the first year I was there, and I had like my coach and like all the parents were saying like if he would have come younger, he would have been in the system, like in a better team for sure. But because you came so late, it makes it a lot harder. So I would say like for anybody watching, if you're especially if you're very young, like and if you can do it, I would say just make the decision young, and you can always just try it out, see how it goes. You know what I mean? You can always come back, or you can always go back to what you're doing, but you won't regret it, I would say.
So I guess I'm going to challenge you here and maybe push you a little farther on that
Yeah.
question. What if they can't? What if they can't travel to Spain? With their family. What's the number one thing that you would suggest that they do to, I guess, yeah, up their chances in the place that they're at?
Yeah. Um, First, I would say make a plan of where you want to be at, right? So, if knowing your position, knowing what you can do or where you can be, kind of create like a place, like know where you want to be at. You know what I mean? Like create a plan of where you think or where you want to be at, so you can have like a guideline of the actions you take, right? So, if soccer is something you want to do for fun, just do it for fun, right? But if it's like you can't go to Spain, but you want to be your best where you're at right now, then you can make decisions like training on your own, right? Going to the field on your own, putting in extra time on your own, or making an Instagram account with like your clips, or reaching out to anybody like in a position, right? You get LinkedIn, or you can kind of go online and search up people at clubs or at academies and talk to them. Just I would say make a plan of where you want to be, and then I would say another big thing that's huge is networking. It's finding people or talking to people to get you exposure. Because if you can be the best player in the world, but if you can't be seen or you can't have the right person looking at you, it's going to be hard for you to get where you want to be. So
I love
exposure
that.
and networking and finding and getting your name out there is huge too.
I'm a huge fan of that answer. I think we especially in today's world, we live in a world where social media can be taken advantage of in so many ways.
Exactly.
For anything, including boosting your football career, right? So I
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah.
that's how it all started with the national team, right? Dominican Republic, they literally
Yeah.
followed you on Instagram. They wanted to know who you were, on
Yeah.
and off the pitch. So
And even younger, even when I was like 12, 13, or even when I was like playing on Cultura but not on the team officially, I was having like my dad through his LinkedIn reach out to the Dominican team just so they know about me, right? So that just so they can follow me and see my progression. Because like I said, yeah, if they don't know about you, if they don't know who you are, or like obviously if they didn't know I was Dominican, they're just gonna pass me over. So you
yeah,
have to make it clear to them and kind of have like a plan of where you want to be, right? If I didn't have a plan, I wanted to play on a national team, I wanted to play for the Dominican, then none of that would have happened. So it's like the first step to starting it all.
I love that. Okay. So final questions here. I'm gonna let you read the chat, Sergio, and then you answer
Let's
whatever
see.
you want to answer here. I think there's only like a couple here, but
Okay,
yeah,
let's
you can
see.
feel free to kind of lightning answer these questions and anything
Yeah,
that you see here.
let's see. What do you hope the next steps in your career to be? Okay, so yeah, for me, right, I'm on the second team professional team. So my next steps are for this year, once I get back healthy, play with my team, show my ability, and able to kind of progress to the first team, which is in now they're in third division. So last year I was playing with the second team, and they were bringing me up to train, to play in the Copa del Rey, and to some league games in second division. So like on my Insta, I have like videos or photos of me like at stadiums, and I was already experiencing like what it's like in playing against second division team or division players. So I've kind of gauged my level. I know I feel like I can do what they're doing or even better. So I know where I can be at, and it's just kind of showing that where I'm at because I'm in an academy, so I'm in the right place with the right exposure to show that. So that's kind of my next steps is just progress and do the best where I'm at right now, so that I can get with the first team, and then from there do my best with the first team and help them as much as possible. Let's see, what will you play for the next World Cup? Oof, that's a good question. I mean, we'll see where the Dominicans at in the next World Cup. They have a very good chance actually of playing in the next World Cup. Like it is a very big possibility that we do play in the next World Cup. So who knows? That could be huge. Yeah, the U.S. is playing in it. Spain's playing in it. Spain's or the Dominican could play in it. Like so many opportunities. We'll see what kind of happens with that. Let's see. How did you get confident on the ball? I always lose it. Yeah, I kind of got confident. I would say that's actually a very good question. So confidence on the ball and losing it, that comes from not scanning enough. It comes from not being aware of your surroundings. And it also comes from being too, like trying to control too much. I feel like when you want to know everything, when you want to like be aware of everything, you tend to like lose your awareness. So I used to have like a list of like things I need to do before I get the ball, like while I play. And I used to watch that. And can you guys still hear me? I think we lost Eric. Can you guys hear me still? Send a message if you can still hear me. Can you guys hear me? Send in the chat if you guys can hear me. I think we might have lost you. Oh, you guys hear me? So we lost Eric. Yeah, let me look. So sorry about that. I just got lost. Let me text Eric real quick. Sorry, guys. But I answer all your questions. So I would say one thing that like I was saying, I was trying to do so much and know like all of my surroundings before I got the ball, but it's really just scanning before you get the ball, and then kind of just relaxing, like just let your body kind of do what it does. Like don't try to control everything, don't try to be aware of everything. Scan your shoulders, take in information, and kind of just let your body react to it. That's what I would say. I promise you, it sounds like a lazy answer, but where I'm at right now, it's really gone from trying to control everything to realizing to play the fastest, to play in what they say the flow state is really just letting go and not trying to control anything and just letting yourself and your mind play. And yeah, let's see. But I would say one thing that's super important is scanning, and especially scanning in the way you're going to turn. So if you scan left, but you're turning right, you have no idea what's on your right side. So just kind of scanning consistently and knowing what's around you. And that helps you so much, and keeping your head up as much as possible. Let's see. What's up, Santiago Barrios? I'm giving you a shout out. Thanks for watching, bro. Let's see. How do I connect with the Pro Academy? You can connect with like the coaches, there's scouts, and you can go to like the academy and look them up online and find any emails and just send emails out. And just try to talk to them, try to get in contact, see what they can do, see if they're offering tryouts, see whatever they're doing. How do I not lose the ball and get more confident? Yeah, like I said above, just scan. And one thing about confidence is, like you're gonna make mistakes, like you're gonna lose the ball, especially if you're young. Like it's fine to lose the ball. Like don't be scared to lose the ball. It's a normal thing. Even I lose the ball sometimes. So, I would say change like how you see losing the ball. Don't make it something bad Obviously, you want to protect it and not lose it at all, but don't get emotional about it. Don't make a big deal out of it, or don't let it like bring you down. Like you lose the ball and you just kind of have to accept it. And from accepting it, just to kind of like move on, like forget about it. And then, yeah, I would say that's one thing that makes you more confident. And I feel like confidence is like the intentions you set. So like if you go into the game, like intentions, I want to change the game. I want to be the best player. I want to help the team win. Those will give you the confidence to make the right decisions or kind of guide your mind to do the things that lead you to being that player that helps the team win. And it is confident. And yeah, kind of like if you want to be confident, you have to take the actions that a confident person would take, which is being a risk taker going forward. And yeah, I started in pre-K and was never giving up. That's amazing, bro. You still have so much time. There's as much time as possible. You don't have to worry about it. Just continue on your path and continue trying to improve. Will you play next World Cup? Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully one day. How do you get academy attention to you? How do you get academy attention to you? I would say a big thing is kind of creating clips around you, like finding clips of your matches, like cutting up clips, creating highlight reels. That's a good way to get attention to you. But like I said, there's a ways to get their attention, which is reaching out to them, finding their emails, finding like any scouts or any coaches in the academy to talk to them on LinkedIn, on whatever, kind of going from there. How do I start getting confident on the ball? I would say to start getting confident on the ball, you have to be with the ball. You have to train with the ball. You have to get touches on the ball. You have to kind of do work to prove to yourself that you know what to do on the ball. Because obviously, if you're not good on the ball, it's going to be hard for you to be confident. So just kind of doing work, getting extra touches, just juggling, just literally like go in your living room and just juggle. And it'll just help you know that you have good touch on the ball. And yeah, is it good to take risks in games? Yeah, that's the most important thing, to take risks in games. If you don't take risks in the games, you don't get any benefit. There's no reward without risk. So you have to take risks to stand out. You have to take risks for people to like you. There's a lot of people that are very good technically in Spain, but they don't take risks and they don't make a difference in the game, and they get overlooked. So taking risks is the most important part to soccer, and it's what's going to separate you from the rest. So how do you keep not getting scared when dribbling against bigger kids? I mean, just because they're bigger, it doesn't mean they're better. So I guess, yeah, you have to, first of all, you have to kind of practice dribbling, right? To get to a point where you're confident in your ability and trust yourself and kind of like see yourself as more, because right now you're probably seeing them as better or as bigger than you. But I mean, look at Messi, look at all these players that dribble against the strongest, biggest, fastest kids, and look what they're able to do. So being bigger doesn't mean they're better than you, and it doesn't mean you can't beat them. So don't even give that even a thought that they're bigger than you. It doesn't matter. Yeah, is it good to take risks in a game? Yeah, it's probably the most important thing you can do in a game is take risks and do things and try things out, especially when you're young. Try things out. I have a tournament today. Can you give me tips? Like I said, just go in. And obviously, if you want to be confident, you want to be aware of your surroundings and not use the ball, scan as much as you can, especially before receiving, like right before receiving, and just try to relax and just like let yourself play, like let your body play. Don't worry about it. And kind of just like let go. Like a lot of people are like scared to play or nervous. Just let your body play. I think of it like that. Like go in and don't have a thought in your mind. Just let your body play. And that's kind of where you hit flow state and you're able to relax and just enjoy it. What's the best thing or a thing a winger can work on? Oof, that for me is dribbling 100%. If you're a winger that has good like first touch, control, and dribbling, you stand out so much, and like agility, like able to change directions and explode. Yeah, like your whole job as a winger is to attack the defender. You're in a 1v1 basically for the most part. So yeah, that's your job, is to get past your defender. So just work on dribbling as much as possible. Shout out, please. What's up, Matthew? Play first team for 3 years in my town. That's sick. That's exciting, bro. That's cool. Can you please help me join a team, please? I mean, you got to give me more info than that. I don't know what I can do for you. Do you think the academy will ever give me a chance? Well, the academy giving you a chance, right? That's up to them, but you can do things that kind of put them in position to want you, right? So you kind of thinking like that kind of takes the responsibility off of you. But if you think like, what can I do to get a chance with the academy? It gives you things that you can do to do that, right? Which is like all the things I was kind of talking about previously. You need to be techie to be a winger. I mean, you don't need to be techie to be a winger. There's all different kinds of wingers. But to stand out, the easiest way to stand out as a winger is to be technically very good on the ball, because your whole job is to dribble, is to keep the ball close and beat defenders with it. So I would say yes, it's very important. It is very important to be techie. How should I get locked in before a game? I mean, that depends on a lot of players, right? A lot of players, some players I have that like blast music in their ears and get hyped before a game. I kind of more go into the game like relaxed. And like I said, like just kind of trusting myself, trusting my preparation, and going in there to express myself and kind of to show my intentions, which are that I'm able to prove myself. I'm able to kind of help the team win and to try to be the best player on the field. So, yeah. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Yeah, and like Eric said, if we want to do this more often, you guys just let me know. And yeah, I'm for sure ready to come back and help you guys out if that's what you guys want. I think you're muted, Eric.
Let's freaking go, man. You took over like a champ. I don't know what happened, but I got kicked, and I was like, man, did I just end the stream? But no, you took over. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, W's in the chat for Sergio, guys. What do you guys think?
Thank you guys.
Do you guys want him back in the stream in the future? Yes or no? Let us know in the chat. Do you guys want to keep following his journey? I think it'd be fire. I think this is a really good opportunity for youth footballers to kind of learn a lot about someone who's literally there, where hundreds and thousands of our followers are trying to get to. He's already here, and he's just getting started, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Somebody asked, what team do I play on? So I play on a team called Cultural y Deportiva Leonesa, or Cultural Leonesa, which is in León, Spain.
Deportiva Leonesa. And that's second division, Sergio?
They were second division. They just got demoted this year, so they're third division now.
Third division. Yeah. I mean, in Spain, though, that's like the equivalent, probably, I don't know.
It's high.
I get into controversies.
No, a lot of people call like Spain second division, like the sixth division, the sixth best division in the world.
Interesting.
Because the level is so high.
Damn.
But yeah. And if you guys want to follow me, can I shout myself out? Is that okay?
No, shout out. Go follow, and I'm gonna put pin this. What's your where do you want him to follow you, Sergio?
Yeah, just on IG, because it kind of shows my journey a little of soccer. So just follow me on IG. It's Sergio_Cuello, but it's CUELL0. So Sergio_Cuello0.
Follow Sergio_Cuello on Instagram. I'm gonna put let's show this comment right here. We'll pin it. Follow Sergio Cuello on IG. Sergio, I got just one more round of like just rapid lightning questions. Just like the last one for just to finish this off. All right. The first one, which is like the most common one that we get on our YouTube channel, Messi or Ronaldo?
You can't do that to me. That's one of them are my goats, but I think they're both like amazing. But in my humble opinion, I think Ronaldo is amazing.
All right.
Messi, the way he plays is amazing, but Ronaldo, as a kid, I connected with him more.
I love him. You're definitely invited back to this channel. Just because of that answer. La Liga or Premier League?
Oof. La Liga. They're the best leagues in the world. Like they're both the best leagues in the world. Premier League's more physical. La Liga is more tactical. I watch them both. I don't even know. I would say La Liga because I'm in Spain and that's kind of where I want to end up at. But man, like the Premier League is playing there. The level is insane in La Liga.
U.S. or Spain?
U.S. or Spain depends on what for soccer.
I mean, however you want to interpret that question. What's the first thing that comes to mind? USA or Spain?
For soccer, right now, Spain.
For soccer, Spain. All right. American food or Spanish food?
Spanish food. What is it? What is American food? Hamburgers?
That's a fair point. Okay. Let's see. I think those were the main ones. I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into many more controversial. Let's see.
One day in the future, they're gonna clip one of these. They're gonna ask me. Somebody's asking Real Madrid, Barcelona. One day, I'm gonna be asked by both of them, and then what? And then I said one before, and now they don't want me.
Oh, I got a few more actually. Okay,
Okay.
Champions League or World Cup?
Oof, oof, that's hard. I don't know. I feel like the World Cup. I don't have like the same energy. Like I don't know about you, but like when I was a kid, I used to watch the World Cup and be like, wow, like this is like the best thing ever. But now it's like I don't know. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But I would still say the World Cup. I would still say World
Okay. Let's see. Score a hat trick or score a 90th minute winner?
For a 90th. If it wins the game, a 90th minute winner, and celebrate that, start off with everybody around you. That 90th minute winner.
Favorite position on the field?
Oof, that's a good one. I would say like 8. I like playing like 8, like a little more offensive midfielder. 8 or even 10. Like even last season they were putting me up at 10, and I love it.
Hardest
I do really well at 6.
What's the hardest position you've played for you to play?
Oof. Any midfield position, I would say for me the most challenging to like play is probably 6, because it's like you receive the ball and you lose it, it's a goal. So you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to know when to turn, when you can't turn. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's very challenging.
Okay. 5 more questions.
All right.
Morning person or night owl?
Oof, I'm a night owl.
Night owl.
I can't
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Let's see. FIFA or Call of Duty, or any other like popular random.
No,
current-
FIFA for sure. FIFA.
That's your game. And the last one here that I'll ask is, what's your go-to pregame song?
Oof, that's a good one. One of my favorite ones is Nightcrawler by Travis Scott. That's one that
Nightcrawler.
it gets me so excited.
All right, there you have it, guys. Well, this has been a lot of fun, man. Literally
you so much, brother.
an hour and 17 minutes later. That's crazy.
Holy cow, went by quick.
Good conversation. Okay,
That
well,
was actually fun. Like I actually enjoyed that. That was actually really good.
yeah, it flew by really fast, right?
Goodbye.
I'd have no problem with like checking in on a monthly basis, seeing what Sergio's up to. You know, really, 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 really curious to see how this whole the national team goes for you, and
Yeah.
excited, wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
The recovery, hope everything goes well with that. And yeah, dude, keep us posted. Keep us posted. I know we got you on a group chat with your brother, so just anytime you want to say hi, you want to keep us updated on something.
Yeah.
No, man.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me. This was an honor. Like actually, this was so fun. And yeah, I'm for sure down to do more. So we'll keep in contact.
Let's freaking go.
Thank you guys for watching. Everybody who watched and tuned in. I hope I could give you guys some help, some information. And if you guys have more questions, just let me know next time.
Perfect. All right, Sergio. Thank you, brother. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Keep in
Thank
touch.
you.
Vamos.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Well, that was it right there. You guys heard it here first. Sergio Cuello, currently playing professional football in Spain with Cultural Leonesa. He is on his way to playing with the Dominican Republic national team. If all things go well with his recovery, he's currently he's gotten the chance to play with the youth national team, and now hoping for the best as he recovers from his injury. So let us know, guys. Let us know in the chat if you guys enjoyed this stream here. I think this was a really successful first stream with a pro footballer, except for that last part where I kind of got kicked out. But I'm really happy that we kept the stream going despite this little technical issue at the end. So once again, guys, go follow Sergio_Cuello on Instagram to follow his journey. And best of luck to the Dominican Bellingham. Really excited to see where his journey takes him. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We try to post the most epic youth football content, not just fun content, but content that will inspire youth footballers to be the best versions of themselves on and off the pitch. My name is Eric Olivas, Spike 17. We'll see you guys on the next one. Vamos.